Hello everyone and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode, we're gonna play some Izzet Lessons. So, I've got an Izzet deck, it's full of lessons, and let's talk about how this deck actually works. Because Avatar gave us some crazy cards. I looked at two particular cards and it made me want to build this deck. Number one was obviously accumulated knowledge. I think MTG Goldfish talked about this, and a lot of people were kind of, I don't want to say, not believing in the hype, but this card is, if you read it, it's so broken. Look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of those cards into your hand, and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. So it looks like a 2 mana sort of Impulse, right? I think Impulse will get 4, but it's the same idea as Impulse. But then it says, put each of those cards into your hand instead if there are 3 or more lessons in your graveyard. So if you're in a lesson deck, this is almost always going to happen. And that would mean a 2 mana draw 3, which is unheard of, right? It's almost Ancestral Knowledge, or Ancestral Recall. But hey, you know, it is accumulated wisdom, so it is going to have to take time to get there. Well, guess what? We got another thing to give us that time. Gran-Gran. This, I don't know why they made Miss Human Peasant Ally one of the best allies ever. Gran-Gran's 1 mana 1/2, which is already an okay stat. It doesn't really die to 1 damage creatures or 1 damage spells. It does have 2 toughness, requiring probably a bolt or something. And Gran-Gran, whenever it becomes tapped, you get to loot. Draw a card, discard a card. It's draw a card, discard a card, and I always forget. You get to draw first, which is insane. It's not discard a card, then draw that many cards. It is draw a card, then discard a card, which sometimes you might think I have an empty hand, that means that it's not good, but Gran-Gran is so great at doing that in the early game, because it can help you filter, and you don't have to worry about, oh, I like my hand, I don't want to discard, right? But that's not what's great about Gran-Gran. Gran-Gran says non-creature spell you cast costs 1 less for each, or whenever there are 3 or more lessons in your graveyard. Again, lessons deck, we're gonna have 3 or more lessons in our graveyard, and Gran-Gran is gonna make our non-creature spells cost 1 less. So that turns accumulated knowledge into a actual Ancestral Recall, 1 mana draw 3. Yes. Yeah, well, when it reduces, you will have 3. You have 3 or more lessons, so it will be a 1 mana draw 3. So we have 1 mana draw 3s in the deck, everybody. That's crazy. So you might think, remember the Treasure Cruise, right? That's a 1 mana draw 3, and that requires things in your graveyard, and that was sorcery, and it got banned. This is going to be a 1 mana draw 3 at instant speed, and you can then interact with your opponent, because guess what? Gran-Gran reduces not just knowledge, it reduces all lessons. So you can draw, you know, things like Combustion Techniques and Firebending Lessons and deal damage. Combustion Technique also will cost 1 in that case. And you can draw Quench. It'll Quench Ya. 2 mana, counter target spell unless your opponent creates, or unless its controller pays 2. So we got a Quenchy spell that's a what's that? 4 spike, right? In that scenario, but a 4 spike that makes them pay 2. So that is really, really strong. But it kind of combos off in this lessons deck because we can have Boomerang Basic, a 1 mana, so unfortunately, sorcery lesson that bounces a permanent, a non-land permanent, and if we control that permanent, we actually get to draw a card. Well, guess what? There's a card that we really like to bounce, and that is Storm Chaser's Talent. So we get a 1/1 Otter, we bounce it, we can play it again, and we draw a card, so we refill the Boomerang Basic if our opponent's not some sort of aggro deck. If they're aggro, we'll bounce their Mana Dorks, or we could Firebending Lesson their Mana Dorks, and we just kind of get there, right? So that's what makes this deck pop off in the early game. And then to the late game, we got, you know, our Eddymurk Crab, Serpent of the Past, and then 1 Dragonfly Swarm to have win cons, have creatures that can at least help us win the game. In the beginning, I was trying 2 Dragonfly Swarm, but I found that 3 mana actually I cannot afford in a lot of the turns. So I would rather hold up 3 1 mana spells than play a 3 mana card, because Wati has made 1 mana spell overpowered. So that's why I'm only running 1 of this in the deck, and now I have 3 Crabs and 2 Serpents. So these are our win cons. And that's the whole idea of the deck. Let's talk about the deck list real quick. So turn 1, we have 4 Storm Chaser's Talent, 4 Gran-Gran, that's our temple play. And then we have removal in 4 Boomerang Basic and 4 Firebending Lessons. Then turn 2, we would have all the removals kind of activate for us. We have 3 Combustion Techniques and 2 Iroh Demonstration. I cut a Combustion Technique to put Iroh. Then I cut a Dragonfly Swarm, what am I saying? For another demonstration, because I really wanted to be able to, you know, kill 4 damage, or deal 4 damage to a creature, or have a small board wipe, but a board wipe that can deal damage to the whole board. Then we also have Quench Ya to counter. So these are our interaction spells, and then we got a lot of card draws. We got 4 Accumulated Wisdom and 4 Abandoned Attachment. So this would draw us a lot of cards. Accumulated Wisdom is a 1-mana draw 3 in a lot of cases, or a 2-mana draw 3 in some less than ideal case, but you can still get there. And Abandoned Attachment actually help us fill our graveyard. Gran-Gran, the loot help us fill the graveyard, Abandoned Attachment help us fill the graveyard, and then our graveyard will be full of lessons for exactly what we want to do. And then we have our win con for these, a few beast sticks, and then I slotted 1 redirect lightning, because I want to see how good this card is. I'm not sure if you need this in the deck. I want to know how good it is to redirect, maybe opponent's counter spell, maybe one of their kill spells that tries to kill one of our creatures, we can redirect to them. So that's the whole idea of the deck. Land-wise, we got 6 islands, 4 River Pirate Verge, which starts off on red, 4 Spire Above Canal, and then we have 4 Multiversal Passage, because we don't have the Sting Vents yet, and I have 2 starting towns. I don't want that many starting towns, because I will draw at the late game, and I will actually last in the late game with this deck, and starting town's going to come into play tapped, right? So you might think, none of these are late game cards. What is the late game of this deck? Well, the late game is all on the Storm Chaser's talent, because you can level 4, or sorry, 4 mana level 2, bring back an instant sorcery, you can bring back Boomerang, and then we can cycle that. Or we can use this and bring back Quench, and we'll quench them, and that will also kill them. So that will kind of make them run out of spells, and that's the whole idea of the deck. Let's go into the game and see how well this Lessons deck will do. Alright, our opponent is Wrathseema. Wrathseema, allowing us to go first. I don't have a lot of stuff, but I got some Boomerang. Go Gran-Gran, help me with this stuff. Oh, minor. It doesn't get it exiled, so I don't know if that's the best. I think we'll just get rid of it right now. Oh wait. Draw a card and then discard. No, Gran-Gran, come back. I guess we do that. We'll go with it and see what happens. Maybe they'll kill our Gran-Gran and then we're gonna be mad. Don't you dare. Alright, he's gonna forsake minor us. Commit some crimes. He's gonna commit a lot of crimes. I might as well throw one. Alright, I mean, starting town is a long man. I can draw and discard. I don't think I need to hold up my Boomerang. Draw and discard. Probably the Boomerang. Makes everything cost so much less. And I'll let it go. See what happens. Corpse. So first, we're gonna accumulate some knowledge. I can't quench him. So maybe then I play the attachment and discard a land to draw 2 cards. Maybe I'll get a quench. Don't get a quench. So they got it. And then we're gonna Combustion Technique this dude. Let's go. Exiled. Ow. I can't get a quench. Bunch of pointless cards this attack. Draw and discard. What does this do? I just get a 6/5, right? That's all it is. So do I play the 6/5 or do I play this War to do? It's a 6/3. Doesn't exactly block that, but when it dies, I get to draw a card. So I get Firebending Lesson or Redirect Lightning. One of those we'll have to do. Maybe he's gonna... no. I was gonna say, maybe he's gonna crime it up, but he's just gonna double corpse here. Kill 1 one of them. And we gotta take the 4, right? Go down to 9. But, oh, that's nice. I can't do both. Can I do both? I could give up my redirect lightning to try to get a land. I mean, either way I'm attacking. Draw and discard. I guess we discard the Serpent now that we have 2 crabs. Yeah. Crab's better than Serpent. We just don't have that many, that much lands going on here. Maybe he tries to kill the Dragonfly Swarm. Tiny bones. Oh. Crab season. Tap 2 of your creatures. Now what? You want to kill one of my cards? Oh, Gran-Gran is such a crazy card. They let our Gran live. That's their fault. Now they're gonna eat all that damage. They're dead next turn. Unless they do something here. Sunset Saboteur. Alright. This just kills them, right? Let's see, he blocks this. Now let's just kill him. Submit the 1. You gotta discard a card. We draw and discard. And you're dead. GG. Wow, that's insane. That's insane aggro. Very nice. Alright, our opponent is the Captain Sly Boots, 616. Opponent goes first. Yeah, unfortunately. This is a really good hand. Unfortunately, our opponent's going first. Otherwise, it would be insane. And, oh, they didn't play anything. Well, talent. Time to get talented. Please get lost my talent. That opens up the floor for me to get tempo. Or they can do nothing. I get way more tempo if they do nothing. Gran-Gran. Ugh. Okay. Too bad, right? I want to play Gran-Gran, but holding up 2 mana here is so important. So take the 1. Let's see if they counter our attachment. They don't counter it. Do we discard a knowledge? Discard a land. I do draw 2 cards, but if I don't draw a land, that would be pretty sad. Still. I'll draw a land, right? That's the whole point. Multiversal Passage. I'm gonna put this on blue. We shall attack. We'll put our Gran-Gran out there. Maybe she gets countered. They didn't counter Gran-Gran. Insane. All right. What are you gonna do for 3 mana? Get lost to Gran-Gran. 4 mana. You know what? Let's protect. Protect Gran-Gran. Make him do it. You can Day Judgment us? No, just heal it to Gran-Gran. Alright. Is this 4-color control? Oh boy. 4-color control is not an easy match. Basic Boomerang. Now we can attack. They're gonna consult? Oh, that's nice. I don't think they're combo. They're probably control, which means I just get 3 cards. None of those are lands, so gotta play a tap land here. 5 mana. I've reloaded so much value. Unfortunately, not great. Shiko. They get to draw another card with their Shiko. But that allows me to Gran-Gran. Then what? Gran-Gran knowledge? Alright, well that's basically a free knowledge, right? I could kick this for 5 damage to Shiko. No, I can't kick it because that costs extra mana, so just Gran-Gran knowledge here. Still think I put this on blue. We can pull out the talent. Actually, I can attack first, right? Don't think he's gonna block. He does block. Why? Alright. Well then, here's a lesson for you. Don't block the little other. He's wild. Now there's back. Oh, that was a crazy turn. 6 mana. What's gonna happen here? Alright, he's gonna stock up. Serpent is kind of tricky to play because you just counter it, right? So he has 3 more mana. Maybe it's a split up. Upbraid the Gran-Gran. I think I want to protect Gran-Gran. It'll Quench Ya. Yeah, I think I want to protect Gran-Gran because I can do this. Draw. Discard the Swarm. Level up. Let's give Mr. Quench. This is so insane. The amount of value we're holding onto a control deck. Yeah, come at me with your Shiko. Okay. What can they Shiko into? Probably to kill the Gran-Gran. I think I can accumulate knowledge right now. That way at least I get the knowledge in. Maybe they got a counterspell? For 2 mana, it's very likely that they have a counterspell, right? But I still think I try. Oh, they're just gonna stock up. Not a good idea to stock up right now, when you only have 2 mana open. I guess I can burn off the Shiko. Does that do much? I want to be able to tap Gran-Gran, but I can't, right? So it means I cannot draw. But I could Boomerang the Storm Chaser. Gonna counter a Boomerang? I mean, I'll let him counter this if he wants. Starting town. That's not the best card. We'll get another other out here. the attack. He's taking the 3? Alright, you take the 3. I'm gonna discard a card. Let's discard the lesson. This is not gonna get me much. It's hard. It's hard to fight a control, even though we had so much sort of control over the game. Rediscovered away. You got it. You can try to get value, but we could probably kill him in like a turn. So, if he goes too harsh on one turn, we're gonna get him. I don't want you to kill Gran-Gran. Redirect that to your face. Do I kill with Shiko? Why did you deal damage to your own Shiko, man? That's not very smart at all. I don't want to take more, so it can go away. He knows I have quenchiness, so I don't think he wants to fight the quenchiness. Alright, now I can attack again. So, do I level up? I think we attack first. Ooh, crabs. That means I can discard a serpent. That's too many of these. Level up. It's gonna get lost. Consult the star chart. You got it. Draw a card. Alright, I could get redirect. But let's just get Quenchy. It's 4 mana, so it's exactly 2 Quench and a Crab. I mean, the Serpent is better because it's more damage, but I don't know if I can get that through. 4 damage, huh? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If he pays 2, he's not going to be able to do anything else. So I'll let him have that. None of these have ward. He probably is holding up a counterspell. Let's be honest. 3 steps. Yeah, he's probably holding up a counterspell, right? But this slows down his tempo, and I can attack through with Boomerang. Oh, a little quenchiness. Gran-Gran is back. How nice. Lots of others. Down to 4. Gran-Gran is back. All his creatures get double strike. Oh no. Stupid control deck. Now to learn ya. Your bent control. What does he even have in the graveyard? He's gonna Shiko. I can't counter Shiko, so I'm gonna have to let that go. He's probably gonna shoot down Gran-Gran, honestly. Alright. We're gonna quench the lightning. Make him pay with all his mana. See if he wants to pay. Maybe he doesn't want to pay. Maybe he thinks that's my last quench. He doesn't think that's my last quench. Oh, he wants to pay with 2 mana. Okay. So Gran-Gran's still alive. He wants to hold up a counterspell. Then I don't have to crab him this turn. If I play crabs and you counter it, I get nothing, right? So... oh, I'll get another crab. Okay, it doesn't matter. Tap this. Ha! GG! 4 damage. We beat a control deck by quenching them. Now our opponent is the Hustling Cat. Crafty. Crafty cat he is. We go first. We do go first, but all I got is a Boomerang. Leyline of Hope. Let's stop that right now. Go away. Insolent Sanctifier. Alright, we're gonna accumulate some knowledge here. Oh, he's gonna get a wide board. What can I get? Gran-Gran's nice. That's probably the best I can get here. Starting town. I would just discard a starting town, to be honest. Yeah, but this is the sad part, right? I keep top decking accumulated knowledge early game. Alright. They're gonna exile our Gran-Gran. It's not the end of the world until I can't quench. Can't quench the ley line, right? So if I cannot quench the ley line, then I'll be in trouble. Linden. If I quench this, I probably should, because it's a 3. It's hard to fight through that. He's only going to get 1 life here. Alright, well this is technically 5 mana, so putting the Storm Chaser stopped me from being able to burn one of these. Interland? Yeah, you can have that. Runeworker Bat. Serpent. Do a little block. Gonna gain more life. I gotta do some Firebending Lesson. And then we're gonna bend an attachment on our little starting town to draw another starting town. Oh, Multiversal Passage. Same stuff. Alright, let's discard... No, well, I think we should attack first. No block, which means that he's no longer in the leyline range. I think we abandon attachment this turn. Do we? Kind of want to get the Dragonfly out there. Does that mean I don't Storm Chaser? That means I don't Storm Chaser. Yeah, I mean he gets a leyline, but he doesn't gain a life. Oh, okay. Calm down. Let me teach you a lesson about firebending. You wanted to get your leyline out that badly? It's not gonna help you. Wow, just take. Goes down to 10. Well, here's the Storm Chaser style. Exemplar of Light. Pretty good card. See attack? Does not attack. Well, let's abandon the last of our attachments. Get a redirect lightning. That's not very good. I get a boomerang. If I bounce that, I can deal 11 damage. I can also get back an accumulated knowledge, but I won't be able to play it. Right, I can bounce this. It's a forced block, right? Or he will die. Yeah, you want to draw a card. Target a spell ability with a single target. Still think I bounced this. It's a forced block. Which means that now when he plays the Exemplar, he doesn't gain a life. Get back the Boomerang. Infinite boomerangs. Alright, I think we got through that with our draws still. GG. Yip yip. Alright, our opponent is Sepus. Oh, look at this. Fire Lure Ozai versus us, the puny little gophers. Well, oh god, I did not look at the lands. Jeez, alright, this is bad. These are bad lands. They're gonna play a higher claw. We're gonna have that go away. Now we get to abandon some attachments. Is enchantment a target? I don't got blocks. But I got redirect lightning. Yeah, I can't afford redirect lightning. It costs too much. Gran-Gran! Well, aren't you just on time? Go, Gran-Gran. Help our spells cost less. Have that go away. He's gonna burn our Gran-Gran, you monster. Counter. Get quenched, biatch. And now they're gonna burn up Gran-Gran. Alright. Shocking. But it's fine. It's fine. Accumulated Knowledge is such a good card. Look how insane that was. Do I need both? You know what? Gran-Gran can filter out the canal next turn. Assuming he lives. Ooh, okay. I think we quench this. They definitely have protection spells. And they just gotta have it out for Gran-Gran. Let's abandon our attachments for this land. Alright. Kind of crap people him. Higher Claw. Breeze Range Goblin. And we crap. Tap this, tap this. Ooh, knowledge. Oh well, the thing is with knowledge is I want to burn off both of these, right? Alright, if he used that, I think I can live with that. That's his whole turn. Let's do a little Combustion Technique on a Higher Claw. It worked. You attack for 2, I'll take that. More grease. Look, 2 mana, draw 3. Look how insane our cards are. More grass. More 2 mana draws. Oh, Iroh. Yo. That's a card. 1 damage to each of our opponent's creatures. Look at that. All their creature only has 1 toughness. It's time to quit. Boros Charm. Alright, if you want to do that, I guess permanent you control are indestructible. Nice little counter to what I'm doing. I probably shouldn't even attack it. It's indestructible. I don't need to crab right now. I can wait till it's draw phase. Shelter. Shoot it. Is his last card a protection spell? Wow, his last card is a protection spell. You just snap a protection here, right? Is his last card a burn spell? Let's find out. Well, Fire Lore Ozai.
Yep, yep.
That's rough, buddy.
That's rough, buddy.
Secret tunnel.
I don't even remember this episode. Which episode has a secret tunnel? I mean, I remember the secret passage episode, but I don't remember this guy shouting secret tunnel. So here we are. Alright, let's do this. This is the BM now, because our opponent's roping us. Nice deck, loser. You're your Boros aggro. Huh? Which website did you copy that from? Alright, I'm bored of this. Yay! I have no idea why I'm being so mean. I mean, okay, it's fair to play, you know, whatever deck you want. It's not fair to rope like this. Whenever you rope like this, it shows that you're a loser. So, my guy just... He has a protection, right? I still think it's a protection, but the fact that he's roping kind of makes me feel like it's a burn spell. And he's just salty. It feels like still in a game.
Yep, yep.
Get combustion. Or cry. Okay. I thought his face was gonna explode there. Yes. Upkeep stop.
It's the quenchiest.
It's the quenchiest. Lord Ozai. This is so canon. Lord Ozai is so whiny, such a loser, and if he were about to lose in a Magic the Gathering game, I bet you he would do everything he can to rope. Freaking loser. I cannot ever underestimate how bad these players are. Well, not bad. How much of a loser these players are. Just rope. I know he's in the game. He was clicking on things, but he's like, I don't want to lose. You mad, bro? Alright, GG. G to the G. For me, not for you. You had a very BG. Welcome back, everyone. Now that you saw all those lessons, did you learn a lesson? This deck is insane. Accumulated wisdom is... I cannot believe anyone who would overlook or, I guess, shit talk this card. It's so strong. Accumulated wisdom is such a crazy strong card. It basically helps us win so many of games today because it's a 1 or 2 mana draw 3. So it refills our hand against every kind of deck. And when our whole deck is this kind of low CMC cards, then we can really cast a bunch of spells in one turn, and that turns the tide against a lot of the decks going on. And we don't need to last that late in most games because we have tempo in these, Crabs and Serpents, and we can have Gran-Gran to help us, reduce the casting costs, and we can kind of just go off from there and win very quickly with a few of these attackers. And that's really all there is, right? You don't have to go that crazy. Your opponent's at 20 life. You can overrun them very easily. And don't forget, Storm Chaser's Talent gives us Otter, which are prowess. And every one of these spells are not a creature spell, so it triggers prowess. And you can actually, in a few games you saw, we just kind of beat our opponent with Otters. That's still great. And that's the whole idea of this deck. I really like this Izzet Lesson deck. I don't think it's overpowered like the VV decks. I definitely think it's a fair standard deck, but a very strong fair standard deck that can get you the distance. And that's the whole idea of this deck. And that's really all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.